Hold up, boy, these heathens, demons in disguise. Read between the lines, they upset their faces. We got nexus, they know we the tribe. Hold up, wait, 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 hold up, wait. These heathens, demons in disguise. Read between the lines, they upset their faces. We got nexus, they know we the tribe.
I used to think I wasn't beautiful. Didn't look a thing like the women on the TV screen or pages of magazines. I used to think I wasn't beautiful. So I dyed my hair and bleached my skin. I used to avoid the sun so I wouldn't get tanned. I used to think I wasn't beautiful. So I'd relax my new growth. I'd slick it down real good, girl, so them kinks didn't show. I used to think I wasn't beautiful. Never had lines of men. I wasn't 5'5" with light brown eyes, hair down my behind, never rated as a 10. I used to think I wasn't beautiful. So I sewed mine in and left tracks of my insecurities behind me. My footsteps were loud, but my pain ran deep. See, I used to think I wasn't beautiful. Never claimed being black, so I'd say I was mixed with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I was part Cherokee and Chinese. My soul lost subconsciously to false perceptions of beauty. I used to think I wasn't beautiful. And the key words are used too. I said, sis, don't let the devil use, confuse, or allude that you're black isn't beautiful. You're beautiful. From your hair follicles to the soles of your feet, the wideness of your nose, fullness of your lips, the whiteness of your teeth. You are beautiful with all your kinks, coils, and curls, all that melanin in your skin, saturated in shea butter and coconut oils. You are black but comely. Beautiful as the calmness of the sea, beautiful as leaves on trees in spring when they turn green. There is beauty in your energy and beauty in your vibes. You are beautiful in every shape, color, and size. Beautiful as the yellow of the sun or the light of the new moon. Beautiful as the first fruits to ripen in June. You are beautiful unto God and created in his image. There is beauty in your modesty and beauty in repentance. Beauty is being clean unto God and keeping his commandments. There is beauty in your smile and beauty in your fringes. There is beauty in submission and being willing to serve. Beauty in his love and beauty in his word. Beauty is his blessings pouring down like raindrops on flower petals. I used to think I wasn't beautiful. Now I know better.
Sheesh! My people going to war. We bringing out the fire. Those heathens we ignore. Cause we know that they're liars. I'm reading in the we reading in the they reading in the
You're listening to In the Scripts Reloaded.
Shalom, shalom, Most High in Christ blesses. Also, Lemuel, y'all are tuning in the Scripts
Reloaded.
All praise to the Most High. Who I got on my immediate right?
Officer Shema.
Who I got on my left?
Officer Jacob.
Who I got on my right?
Officer Kareem.
Who I got on my far left?
Officer Kashar.
Who I got on my far right?
Officer Lavi.
We missing my brother, Officer Yakub. We pray you get better, your sinuses, your diarrhea, all that good stuff. We pray out.
Always something.
Brothers always something.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we pray you get better, bro.
Right.
You're going to be all right. You know, just for precaution's sake, you know, he fell back. He didn't know if it was sinuses or not. So it's all good. It is what it is. We're we're going to keep the show moving. All right. So now I'm going to try to moderate. And, we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So now, the title of today's show is America, the Throne of Iniquity. Iniquity just means sin. The throne. America is the throne, the seat, give me something else.
Capital.
The capital, the border, which is the beginning and the end of all sin and all iniquity in the earth. All right? And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So with that being said, we're going to pull up this first article. We're going to jump right into it. So this just came out 3 days ago. Or what's that? 4 days ago. Yep. 4 days ago now. U.S. drone strike in northwest Syria killed senior Al-Qaeda leader. Scroll down. So that's the picture of the drone. That's a U.S. Predator unmanned drone. Scroll down.
I think they called it MQ-9.
Yes, MQ-9 aircraft. Yes, sir. It says the U.S. Central. Read that. I'm sorry.
The U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, has announced it's used a Predator drone to kill Abdul Hamid al-Matar, described as senior al-Qaeda leader in northwest Syria. The U.S. military claimed no civilians were hurt in the strike. We have no indications of civilian casualties as a result of the strike, which was conducted using a MQ-9 aircraft. CENTCOM spokesman Major John Rigsby said in a statement on Friday evening. Though Rigsby put the strike in North...
Hey, hold on. Before you read on, because when you read these articles, every time they do a strike, they always say it wasn't no civilians hurt. Bruh, no, they lying. Because if that's the case, why don't somebody from Al-Qaeda get on there and be like, yeah, they didn't really hurt nobody? They don't ever show their side of the story.
Yeah, no.
So
they definitely ain't doing that.
Because the last time they did that, remember, what was it?
Salamanani?
No. Soleimani. Well, yeah, Soleimani. But no, not him. A couple of weeks, like maybe 2 weeks ago, they did do a drone strike and it hit a car. It hit a car full of civilians that they thought was military personnel, but it ended up just being a innocent family.
Right.
And so the general, what is it? The
American general.
Yeah, the American general. Yeah, he apologized, which was the first time ever that any general got on publicly and apologized for any wrongdoing with any military strikes, anything like that.
Dang. So that's all he did was apologize?
That's all he did was apologize.
But even with the apologizing, I mean, that's a big step for Esau.
You have Edomites like, hell no.
Imagine your mama and daddy on the way home and your brother and sister, and you looking out the window, and then boom, they get blown the hell up. And then 3 weeks later, you got an Edomite on TV talking, well, I'm sorry. Sorry about that guy. Yeah, my bad.
Wrong person.
You know what's crazy about those drones and those drone strikes? The person that's operating the drone, they sit up and watch these people live.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? How they move, how they pick up their kids from school, how they hug their wives and daughters, and then a few minutes later.
Funny you say that. Mm-hmm. I watched two of them, not the whole thing, they're pretty long, but there's this podcast, I think it's called a Concrete with a K podcast. And so on two separate ones, they've had former CIA agents. Okay. And so they just, kind of give you their life story, their background or whatever. And then, of course, they don't go into details of their missions, obviously, but they give you a good bit of insight on how diligent Esau does when they're scoping out these different families, these different businesses, whether international corporations, whatever it is that they're looking for, they're sending in operatives that speak the language. They had this Edomite who she was in, what country was she in? I forget. It's some Asian country, but spoke the language. I mean, just blended in like it was nothing. And of course, because of her whiteness, she was able to. She got access to everything and everybody, and she was getting all this different kind of intel. I can't remember. I can see her face, but I don't remember her name. But nonetheless, so I say that to say that Esau. When I say Esau does a diligent search. They do a diligent search. So for them to make some sort of mistake like, what they made a couple of weeks ago, that's a shock because I don't even know that I really believe it, but whatever.
Right.
But they know where you are before you know where you are. Right. They know where you're going before you know where you're going.
Right.
That's so uncharacteristic for them to admit guilt. Come on, that's Esau.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
So it says where'd you stop off at?
It says,
though Rigsby.
Yep. Though Rigsby put the strike in northwest Syria, CENTCOM named Suluk, a town in the north, near the border with Turkey, as the location of the strike. According to the most recent maps of who controls what in Syria, Suluk is the area controlled by Turkish-backed militants. The removal of al-Matar will disrupt the terrorist organization's ability to further plot and carry out global attacks threatening U.S. citizens, our partners, and innocent civilians.
So now America thought, Esau, Edom, Idumea thought that, scroll back up, the removal of al-Matar would disrupt the terrorist organization's ability to plot and carry out global attacks threatening U.S. citizens, not Chinese citizens, not Japanese citizens, not Russian citizens, U.S. citizens, our partners and innocent civilians. What they did was they added fuel to the fire. That's all they did was added fuel to the fire. Right. Get the caterpillar. Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51. Matter of fact, first get Revelation 6 and 8, just so we can see the characteristics of these Edomites. Characteristics of your friendly neighborhood white man. What does the Bible say about them?
The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was...
And the name of the man that sat on this pale horse...
was Death, and hell...
was death and hell. Death and hell. That's all Esau knows is war and death. That's all they know. Right. Was that it?
And hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
That fourth part of the earth is America.
To kill...
So I just wanted that top part. Well, read on. To do what?
To kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with
war,
the beast.
Famine, death, and what?
The beast of the earth.
The beast. The plagues that you're seeing right now. So that's all Edom knows is death. That's all they know.
Right.
But go read that in Jeremiah. Y'all found it? Jeremiah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 14. The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men.
Jump up to verse 12.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 12.
The whole chapter's bad, but just verse 12. Yeah.
Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
So the Lord is setting us up to go out and teach in Babylon. Go ahead.
O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures.
So America, that lives on many waters, abundant in riches. That's why, you got all them ships and the merchants of the earth going back and forth like you read about in Revelation 18. They go back and forth trading with America. Go ahead.
Thine end is come.
God said your end is come. Go ahead.
And the measure of thy covetousness.
And the measure of your covetousness. Because you take and take and take until you can't have enough.
Right.
There's not enough land. There's not enough embassies for you to set up in all these other countries.
Right.
There's not enough people for you to manipulate and give me another word.
Manipulate, indoctrinate.
Thank you.
Enslave.
Indoctrinate. That's the word I was looking for.
Right.
Indoctrinate with your religion, your philosophies, your doctrines, your dress code, your attire, your suit and tie, your clean-shaven look.
Right.
Read.
The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men.
So he said, even with the abundance, you dwell on all these different lands and dwell on the water. He said, you're abundant in riches. He said, your end is coming. You're bringing about your own end by bombing other countries. Right. Y'all are sending in drones and knocking out terrorist leaders.
Right.
So I read this, watch this stuff, and your teeth ought to get white because you're like, damn, they're bringing about their own end.
Exactly.
Like, you literally are letting Ishmael in the doors every week.
Y'all not letting Haitians in, but y'all letting Ishmael in.
Right.
But then y'all going,
Every week.
But y'all going, y'all bomb their people. Esau, great. This reminds me of the history whenever we were going into the city, and I remember that we fought against, with Joshua, but we fought the city and they came out, and we did that sneak attack going into their city, and when they turned around, the whole city was up in flames, and they're like, oh, snap. Yeah. This reminds me of what Esau is doing right now. They still bombing there, but they like, oh, back at the crib, we good, though.
But think about that. Just take a step back and think about it. They flying in these, I don't even know what you want to call them.
MQ.
Who?
What ain't that what
No,
it is?
you're talking about
No.
Afghanistan's.
Yeah. Well, let's call them migrants, immigrants, whatever.
Migrants,
Oh, you
immigrants.
talking about
They're flying them all in. Flying them in by the hundreds, by the
Refugees,
thousands.
yeah. whatever.
Refugees.
Yeah.
But then back in their home countries, America's bombing leaders. He's bombing military leaders or whatever.
Random
Who
people.
you think they sending back over here?
Right.
Exactly.
Who are they flying in?
Right.
They cousin
Hey,
Habib.
Habib, get on that plane at that time.
Right.
You see what just happened. Go over there.
Yeah.
Right.
On I'm gonna just throw it there. On December such and such, 2021.
Right.
It's gonna go down.
They letting y'all in. They letting us in.
They letting you in with
Might
a
as
free
well.
ticket.
Right. Hey, Hatib turned on the TV and like, yo, that's my uncle, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, they not just gonna let this go. You
Nah,
think
they're
they
not
gonna
letting
come
it
over here
slide.
and say,
No.
Yeah.
No. Read that again, verse 14. No, go ahead.
No, you exactly right. You in the spirit. Verse 14 again, because read.
Verse 14. The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars.
Sleeper cells. That's what that's talking about. Sleeper cells. So just like Officer said, when they gonna wake them up, they go, hey, wake up. It's time for you to do what we called you to do.
Yep. Right. What you was created to do, what you was prophesied to do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And they shall lift up a shout against thee.
Allah Akbar! Boom!
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
That's what they did.
Hey, y'all better quit playing so much, y'all.
And you gonna be scared as hell if you see Ishmael on the screen.
Mess around being Walmart and hear something like that.
We're gonna run in here.
Not
Ishmael doing that ish.
Right.
And you sitting on the city bus, all of a sudden you see somebody like this. I was watching the Indescripts Reloaded.
Hey, Ishmael be trying to pretend like they Elam. They really Ishmael out here.
Right.
I got an Ishmaelite at my job. He always doing an Indian accent. I'm like, bro, you not Elam.
Right.
And I'm the only one that be looking at him like, bro, if you start acting a little crazy, I'm a dip.
That's when you knew.
Yeah, I'm dipping.
You know, because at one time in America, officer, nobody want to be no Arab.
Eggs, nah. Right.
No, Arabs was like Negroes.
Yep. Hey, you know what else is funny? I noticed this last time I was at the airport. A lot of them at the airport, bro. A lot of them is crazy.
Come on now, dog.
Hey, I was in that moment. I was like, bro, surely I'm racist according to the world standards. Cause
Right.
I'm probably thinking the same thing these Edomites thinking right now. But,
Hey.
bro, they in there, especially in Philly, bro.
Damn.
So, yeah, we had one that was our Uber driver. I was nervous for the 6 minutes I was in that cab.
You said an Uber driver?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Stanky as hell, too.
No. yeah.
Boy, they need to take a bath.
You had some? You had some, officer?
Yeah. Give me Isaiah 14:16.
Bring it
Yep,
out.
so we talking about America and everybody's land. This little strike right here, they do this all over the place. This is not a new occurrence. So people are starting to get hip to who they are, and you know what? Their time is almost up because these people are starting to really understand who the man of sin is. Let me get that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Looking at them like they got boo-boo on their face. You know what I'm saying? The nations are not liking these people right now. Read.
And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
To do what?
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
So they drop bombs all over the place. Thank you for that bomb. So they drop bombs all over the place, okay? This right here is no exception. Read.
That did shake kingdoms.
Shake kingdoms. Read.
That made the world as a wilderness.
Everywhere they go, they create wilderness. This man is an infestation. Read.
And destroyed the cities thereof.
And destroyed the city. This is another destroyed city that they just dropped the bomb on. Read.
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
And everywhere they go, they create prisoners. So that day is coming. So this is just one of those preludes and precursors to what's on the way.
That's a cold
Hey,
precept.
when it say the last part of it says that open if not the house for his prisoners. We the prisoners.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't given us no type of restitution since they brought us over here.
Right.
Exactly.
Hey, I posted a was it more on this?
I don't know. Wait, hold on. They did give us restitutions. Remember them Popeyes chicken sandwiches?
Oh yeah, and Obama. You're right.
Yeah,
so they gave us
Obama.
Obama too.
And
Black people was lining
You
up for that
right.
restitution.
Obama too,
Popeyes
you
chicken
right.
sandwiches.
They got Obama phone.
You got your
Flip
restitution.
phone.
You're right.
You got your restitution. Popeyes
Nah,
chicken
I
sandwich.
never got my flip phone, man.
Oh, no, damn.
Flip phone.
Hey, I heard one Edomite say on YouTube, we gave you Negro stimulus checks.
Dang.
I want to say, nigga, y'all got stimulus checks too.
Talking about the Trump check? The Trump and the
Yeah, the
that
stimulus
everybody
check.
got?
Right, that everybody got.
And they took it back from you if you owed some money. So.
Hey, facts. Hey, was it more on this article right here?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. That was
Hold on. But scroll down. Like, is it a picture of what the? Like, what are we looking at? This is just the aftermath?
That's the body. Yeah, that's the on the left.
Oh, damn. Oh.
Yeah, you see
So-
you see the leg right there.
So you just gotta picture this. If you sitting operating that drone, you seeing all this take place just like we seeing it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, officer, I just posted a video from a movie clip. Can we play that real quick? Because it showed how it looked when they be doing the drones.
Hey, Esau, they want to throw that thing right in. Hey, I seen this movie before. They want to show you exactly what they
Hey,
did too.
It may be language in this. I haven't seen it in a minute. But go ahead.
Yep.
We got some volume.
Nothing explodes quite like explosives. One IED factory going out of business.
Esau Edom.
Hey,
As soon as he
they
comes
nowhere
back from taking
near
the last
what they
piss
looking
of his
at.
life, we smoke him.
To them, it's like playing a video game.
Scanning a target.
Yeah.
Good hot. Light him up. Warheads on foreheads.
Warheads on
Damn it, I
foreheads.
lost the link. The Reaper's on autopilot.
Reaper and automatic holding pattern, figure 8, deconflicted altitude.
Get it back.
I am trying.
The hell is this?
All right, I've got it. We're back on. Laser on.
Painting the target.
Both Hellfires. I've got 2 tickets to paradise.
So he finna kill somebody saying this.
I love that.
I got 2 tickets to paradise.
What the hell is this?
Hey,
Skip forward a little bit.
hey, well, damn, he about to bomb him shit right
All
now.
right, go ahead, play. Let it play.
Begs lead to
Master arm on. Weapons hot.
rifle when ready.
3, 2, 1. Rifle. Missiles off the rail.
God damn it, what's that?
Shit.
Time of flight.
Uh-oh.
7 seconds.
Abort.
No civilians.
Negative. Impact 3 seconds.
Run, you little shits. Get the fuck.
So you see they hit the kids too. And he in there singing, I got tickets to paradise and all that.
Yep.
So they just showed the weapon, the way that they do it. To them, it's like playing a video game. They ain't even got to put in no labor to do that. You know what I'm saying? They just blowing people up at the press of a button.
And what's crazy with this? It reminds me because like you said, they do this all the time. They definitely not getting on here saying, well, you know, we killed 3 people that we actually weren't the targets.
Right.
There's a show that I watch on HBO Max. It's called Secession. And they got into some issues to where somebody died on one of their cruise liners. And how Esau set it up, they classify the people that have been hurt as no real person or not a real person. Basically, they dehumanize. They just classify you. You're not a real person, so we really didn't kill anybody. So the same thing, I'm sure, Esau got set up like the scripture say, he shameth his wickedness as a law, frameth mischief as a law. I'm sure they got the same type of law set up when it comes to the military.
Right.
If situations like this happen, we damn sure not about to get on here and apologize every time.
Right.
We're just gonna say, okay, this is just how it is with war.
Let me do that. Let's read that because we wanna set that as the foundational scripture for everything we're gonna go through throughout the show. So let's read that real quick.
Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
So Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called white man, from top to bottom, they frame mischief or they frame sin by a law. So they'll set up policies, they'll set up definitions such as no real person to declassify you as a human.
Right.
In order to justify death. Because they sit on that pale horse and death and hell follows them wherever they go. Whether it's on the sea, on a cruise line, or another country on the other end of the earth. Or whether it's killing black people here in America.
Yeah. Sound like the Constitution to me.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Talking about 2 tickets to paradise.
3/5 of a man.
He ain't never took nobody to paradise.
What's that video game? I keep thinking about, what's that video game? Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. It's Battlefield, Call of Duty.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
This is exactly what it looked like.
That's what I was thinking when I seen that. Yep.
Hey, go to Habakkuk 2:4. Let me bring a scripture out. Because a lot of times when you talk to some of the people that be in the military, right, about the military guys that control the drones and stuff like that, right, they say a lot of people compare it to playing a video game, but it's not. These guys actually go through social and mental anguish, you know what I mean, by killing people, right? That's a lie. You see that guy right there was just singing a song.
I'm about to say, do they?
Right. You know he probably just going to do another one right after that.
Exactly.
Right.
Read what you got.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
So their soul's not upright in them. So they can do this all day and day with no problem. At all. That's all I wanted on just the top part of that.
I'm going to read verse 5.
Go ahead.
It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
By them lies.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Because he's everywhere.
Dang.
U.S. got embassies set up everywhere, officer. And they proud. Who going to bring them down to the ground? They don't think nobody. But, just abide for a while.
Got a trick for
and watch Black Christ crack that sky.
Right.
It's more on that, too.
Go ahead.
It says, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth into him all nations, and heapeth into him all people.
So all nations are right here in America. And numero uno from the article we just read, Ishmael finna unleash in a minute. Oh, trust and believe. Trust and believe.
That's how they do it.
All right, so framing mischief by law. Read that out.
Judge faces criticism following reports that black children were illegally jailed in Tennessee County. Hold on. Scroll back up.
Yep.
It says 11 children were charged with a crime that doesn't exist, the attorney said.
Was this 11 white kids?
Hell?
11 Arab
I
kids?
guarantee
That don't make sense. Kareem, give us the sense.
Hey, I looked it up and they said it was like penal code 70.5. And I was trying to read up on it, but it wasn't making sense. So I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Do a little. There you go.
Well, let's scroll down. It says, there is renewed criticism of a juvenile court judge in Rutherford County, Tennessee, following a joint ProPublica and Nashville Public Radio report that alleges Judge Donna Scott Davenport oversaw a juvenile justice system where black children were disproportionately and illegally hit with criminal charges.
The hell is this?
It says, hold up. Judge Donna Scott Davenport oversaw a juvenile justice system where black children were disproportionately and illegally hit with criminal charges. Damn. Before I read them.
Judge and illegal up in the same paragraph. Wow. Or sentence. All right, it says the investigation centers around a 2016 incident where 11 black children, some as young as 8 and 9 years old, were allegedly arrested for not stopping a fight captured on video.
So you want a baby
in the hell?
to stop a fight?
The hell is this?
Where's the teachers at?
Wait, did this happen at school?
That was dumb as hell.
Read that one more time. Because that don't even make sense just reading it.
It says 11 black children, some as young as 8 and 9 years old, were allegedly arrested for not stopping a fight captured on video.
Come on now, dog.
10 of the children were charged with criminal responsibility for conduct of another.
When the hell?
So when is an 8-year-old or 9-year-old responsible for anything?
For anybody else's conduct.
What they probably going to do is try to say that they were negligent, but negligence goes into when you owe a breach of duty or a breach of care. But negligence only applies in most cases when you're a certain age. You know what I'm saying? You can't be 8-year-old and be negligent.
And you got to have a certain title.
Come on, right. To be negligent, you have to have a duty of care.
He needs some milk.
So let me get a scripture.
Yes,
let me get Sirach 11 and 9.
I was right there with you. You were the spirit. I'm literally right there.
The book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 9. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not.
No, get involved.
Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not.
These kids had nothing to do with that fight, yet and still they getting charged for something they had nothing to do with. Read.
And sit not in judgment with sinners.
Keep reading.
My son, meddle not with many matters.
So they would be meddling if they got involved trying to stop it. And guess what? What type of strength do a 8-year-old
Freaking 8,
got
9-year-old
to break up a real fight? Really?
If they black, remember they super strong. They're
super
super
strong.
They can do all
Them
things.
super predator 9-year-old blacks.
And what did Dave was it? Those niggers knew what they were doing.
Knew what they were
It was a
doing.
pal driver.
That's what Hillary Clinton called us, right? Super predators. That's what
Super
Boy,
predators.
if you don't
They
get
got superpowers.
That's
And
crazy.
and this is really a trap for kids that's 8, 9 years old around that age. Because guess what? If they would have jumped in that fight, trying to break it up, and the police pulled up, what do y'all think would have happened then?
They all got locked
They
up.
would
Oh,
all
yeah.
got locked up.
Or put to death. They got put to death.
Shit, they got locked up.
Tamir
anyway.
Rice.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, this is some hypocrisy, man, because it was a situation that happened up in Philly
With the bus.
a couple of days ago. A man was raping a woman on the bus for like 27 stops.
Damn,
Nobody
what
said
in the
anything.
hell?
Literally 27
Then the
stops, yeah.
police, and even in the article, was talking about nobody would get charged for basically standing by and watching it happen. But here, 8, 9-year-old black kids getting charged.
Hey, peep the hypocrisy.
That's
Get
hypocrisy,
the rest
man.
on that. Get the rest on that right there. It said,
Verse 10.
Yep.
My son, meddle not with many matters. For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Thou shalt not be innocent. They weren't innocent for doing the right thing. The scripture says, stay out of the mess. They stayed out of the mess, and they were found guilty.
Right.
Imagine that.
Hey, just think about how they could have literally just been at the bus stop waiting on their bus to get there, and then kids fight at the bus stop. It happened. You know what I'm saying? And they could have just been there waiting to go to school, and then all of a sudden they getting charged with this.
If you black, you had something involved. That's what this says.
Keep reading the article.
Keep going down.
She formed mistress by law.
It says, Frank Ross Brazil, an attorney who represented several of the children, told ABC News that criminal responsibility is a prosecutorial theory and not a charge under Tennessee law. Damn.
So it's not a law at all.
No.
It's a theory.
Yeah, it's a theory.
Just like whatever the Big Bang. That shit don't make it don't exist.
Somebody's guess.
Yeah.
It's a guess.
Hypothesis.
Yeah.
Damn. It said, if you and I are in a car and there's something illegal in the car and I'm arrested for possessing it, you could be also found guilty of possessing that substance.
no way, boy.
It says, you could also be found guilty of possessing that substance by the theory of criminal responsibility for another. He said, so that being applied as a charge in and of itself is unlawful.
Come on now, dog.
So the judge formed mischief by law.
Yeah.
And got black kids locked up.
Yep.
Now these kids might be mentally, not even gonna say ill, but this can be disturbing.
trauma. It's
It can be
traumatizing.
traumatizing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they definitely are going to be surrounded. If they have to go to a juvenile detention center, get arrested in general, they're sitting next to actual people that actually did do some crime.
Right.
So they up in there like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. Of course, the lawyers and all them, they going to make you feel like, okay, yeah, you do deserve to be up in here. You did something wrong.
That stuff, it changes their whole life.
Man, that can follow them for a long time.
Yep.
Somebody got to need to pay for that.
Yeah, I mean that's serious trauma at 9 years old, and then them kids are like 14 now, and it's just now coming out because I think this article is new or very recent. So you think 14 years old, 13, 14 years old.
Hey, go
Yeah,
back
October
down.
14th. Yep.
Go back down to the paragraph that he was in. I want to bring something out right there.
Down right there, you passed it. I believe so. I believe you passed it. Right there.
And get ready to Google criminal responsibility. But read that paragraph again. The last one.
It says, if you and I are in a car and there's something illegal in the car and I'm arrested for possessing it, you could also be found guilty of possessing that substance by the theory of criminal responsibility for another.
Read.
He said, so that being applied as a charge in and of itself is unlawful.
So I'm going to show you why he said that being applied as a charge is unlawful. Because now Google criminal responsibility. This is the whole definition of it.
Criminal responsibility.
And while you getting that,
there it is. It's
oh,
right
there
here.
it is. Okay, sweet.
Oh no, it's go to the right. Go to the right, maybe. If you go to the right,
Or type in what is the meaning of
go down. Age of criminal
go
responsibility.
to the left. Click where it says what is the meaning of criminal responsibility.
Yep.
Wow.
It says the term criminal responsibility refers to a person's ability to understand his or her conduct at the time a crime is committed.
So just think
Wow.
about the capacity of an 8-year-old's mind. He not understanding the thoroughness of what's going on right now.
Right, exactly.
That's third grade. That's like third grade or second grade.
So that's why he said this being applied as a charge in itself don't even make sense.
I could see if he had the ability to put it on World Star Hip Hop and, you know what I'm saying, cast it to a bunch of people at one time. No, this was not that. So
I mean, my question is like, what were they expected to do? You see what I'm saying? Because even if it's two grown men fighting in front of me, I really can't make them stop fighting. I can say, hey, y'all don't do that.
Without getting involved. Like, you're literally getting involved.
Right. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? Pin both of them down? So if we as grown men can't do that, what is an 8-year-old supposed to do?
And when people fighting, they're enraged. You know, think about what somebody's going to do to you. You know, that's why cops don't get involved with, most cops don't get involved with domestic disputes.
Right.
Until somebody calms down.
In privatized prisons, you'll see a bunch of the correctional officers. They'll say, with this privatized prison, the ones that's owned by like the billionaires, they say because of the staff can possibly be hurt, killed, anything, and then the facility or the business has to pay for it. One of the policies is they fighting, don't do nothing. That's why a lot of times you'll see in prisons, you're like, yo, what are people at to stop this? Somebody getting shanked, somebody getting beat the hell up.
Come on now,
Where they at?
So, officer, let me ask you this: since you're in the school system, so if kids get to fighting at the school system, right, in the school, right, what is a teacher's responsibility?
Because we are a teacher, and like he's saying, we know our responsibility.
They owe a duty of care.
I tell you this, we had a fight the last Friday of intercession. This is an optional work week. I went into the office. I'm ready to check out. This is Friday. I'm ready to go home. I walk past the front door, and I look out the window, and I see a fight going on. Immediately in my head, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this bullshit. But I know I'm like, right now I'm on camera. If I walk away, somebody gonna pull this camera up and be like, what were you doing here, Mr. Israel? You saw what was going on. Why didn't you just walk off or something like that? So in that situation, I gotta jump in and I gotta be Mr. Save the Day.
Because you owe, and at school you owe, when you're in that position, you owe a duty of care.
Exactly. Even I mean, they was off school.
I wondered about that because I wonder about that because y'all heard about the shooting at the local school here in Mansfield, right?
Yes, sir.
That guy was getting his butt whooped, and I didn't see any teacher come in and help. So I'm wondering, like,
the video that you saw was an older video from the shooting. That wasn't the actual. That wasn't the video from the shooting. But that was a part of basically the bullying, because the one that was getting his ass whooped was the 18-year-old.
Right.
And the one that was distributing the ass whooping was 15.
Right.
But
he was really distributing
the
ass whooping.
He said he was distributing the hell out the ass.
He was distributing that ass.
But to go back to your point, the teacher got shot, man.
Well,
the teacher that tried to break up the fight got shot.
He did get shot.
They don't pay
Listen,
They don't pay
I
us
don't get
enough for
paid
that.
enough. I don't get paid enough.
I see your point.
$1,000 stipends per bullet.
I do see your point.
Yeah, I'm good.
2-week notice in right there.
Yeah, that boy.
Give me the fine or whatever it is
Suing everybody.
for watching.
Give me a couple weeks off work.
Couple weeks off, whatever. Suspend me. It is what it is.
Half the
Metal
year.
not.
Couple weeks.
That's why the scriptures say don't meddle.
Right. So if you got adults that don't want to get involved, why would you hold that responsibility to 8 and 9-year-old kids?
Right.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you why. Get me Habakkuk 1 and 4.
Scroll down on this a little bit so I can look at this while y'all reading that.
Yep.
You said 1 and 4?
Scroll down on the article a little bit so I can read it.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 4. Therefore the law is slacked.
The law is what?
Is slacked.
Meaning it's not fixed. It's variable. It can change from person to person and case by case. Read.
And judgment doth never go forth.
Never. No, it always goes forth.
Doth never go forth.
So our people will never get a fair shot in Esau's penal system, Esau's judicial system, because it's not set up for them. In fact, it's set up juxtaposed to them. Read.
For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Wrong judgment proceedeth. So this is why this is happening to these young boys right here.
Keep reading on this.
It says, the ProPublica report detailed systems set up by Davenport.
Okay, so what's the operative word in that from what we just read? The one half a sentence. What's the operative word in that?
Improper? Where we at? Where we at?
Set up systems.
Systems.
There we go. Yeah.
Systems.
That was my
I've
first
said
guess.
that many times. Yeah, I know that's what you thought, but you didn't say it. Systems. And I done said that many a times on the show. Systems. There's systems set in place. It's a scripture. Yeah, when the scripture when it talks about, when they say systemic racism, they're talking about systems to keep blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans at the bottom.
Right.
We're not talking about this, this stuff happens by happenstance or by coincidence or whatever. It says, read it.
It says the ProPublica report detailed systems set up by Davenport, which allegedly led to the improper arrest and detention of children. Davenport has not responded to ABC's news request for comment and declined an interview with ProPublica.
Of course, you don't want to incriminate yourself.
In 2003, Davenport allegedly set up a process where police in Rutherford County took children into custody, transported them to the detention center for screening, and then filed charging papers. In the 2016 incident, the children were arrested, taken for processing, and then released after they had been charged, the lawsuit alleges.
So,
What the hell?
That's just Davenport. And that's only the city that got caught.
Exactly.
There are cities all over the United States of Babylon that have set up systems, that has set up mischief as laws to keep the foot on the necks of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the children of Israel. I'm talking about it everywhere from north, south, east to the west. I don't care.
Yeah.
So you simple Edomite bastards that say just pick yourself up by your bootstraps. You Uncle Tom Negroes that always say, oh, well, we blaming everything on everybody else. You just got to listen. Yes, we got our problems. We got our issues. Trust me. But when you got systems set in place to keep you at the bottom, well, I'll be damned. What the hell you talking about? Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. My boots are getting taken from me.
Exactly.
I go buy another pair of boots. Them boots get taken from me. Then I get charged for stealing the boots, even though I bought the damn boots.
Right.
Then I get my feet cut off, so I can't wear no boots no more. So now I'm jammed up. Now what you want me to do?
What is this?
It says
a class action lawsuit filed and later settled against Rutherford County alleges this process was a violation of Tennessee law. For many juvenile misdemeanor offenses, state law requires that police officers release children with a citation or a summons rather than taking them into custody, according to the lawsuit.
So 8, 9 years old, they going into custody. They going into juvenile detention centers.
Is that the judge right? Is that the judge right there?
In handcuffs. You went from that's the devil. Yeah.
She looked like the devil. Look at it.
So mind you, I bet these kids' parents wasn't present.
No.
When they arrested them.
No.
Can I get a couple scriptures? Right. Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
And then I want verse 50 after that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
See, these curses are relevant today. We see plainly that our sons and daughters, these 9 and 8-year-old black kids, which are the Israelites, according to the Bible, being taken from their parents and given unto another people, being arrested and taken to jail. Come on.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
Meaning we don't have no power. You just going to look and cry and hope that nothing happened to your kid while they in jail. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
We have no power to be able to sue them or anything because they have dominion over our bodies as we are in this captivity. Jump down to verse 50.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
These Edomites, the so-called white man, They are a nation of fierce countenance. Come on.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So they don't give a damn about the old man, nor the kids.
8 years old.
8, 9 years old.
Right.
But these people have changed.
They don't give a damn about. They don't care how old you are. They telling sisters to abort kids at full term. So they don't give a damn.
Hey, could I read that paragraph again? That's a lot of stuff in that part.
The top one or this one right here?
That one right there.
It says, the Rutherford County Juvenile Detention Center also reportedly used a filter system.
So they used a filter system, meaning that there was a way that they filtered out which kids they wanted to charge and keep or not. Read.
Where staff could decide to hold a child before they had a hearing using undefined criteria.
So the criteria that they used, it wasn't written down nowhere. It was undefined. So how do you think they was filtering out what kids they wanted to charge?
That paper bag test,
brown paper bag test.
Right.
Damn.
Single parent home.
Single parent, all that. You know they was using crafty counsel because you know you got some young Jakes. They parents are successful, may be able to afford a lawyer to come in and do a countersuit or something like that.
Right.
But then you got other ones. They like, yeah, these Negroes in the slums. His daddy died. His mama can't afford to come in and fight the system.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Free breakfast, free lunch,
all that.
low income.
Right.
Come on, part of that systemic racism, it's riddled with what do you call that? When you stage cast somebody. What do you call that? What's the word for that? When you
stage cast.
Yeah.
Typecast.
So profile, racially profile. Come on.
Stereotype.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I got you, bro. These youngsters don't know nobody.
Somebody tell me that police just stage cast you.
Yeah, like, I don't know what you talking about. Ain't nobody trying out for no play. What you talking about?
It's a Midwest thing. Go ahead.
So they see the pants sagging. Oh, you know what? You belong with me. Come on over here with me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put you in the system. Systemically put you in the system. Now, guess what? Association, being on simulation. Now you're going to be with these people that the real criminals. Now we're going to mix and match you. Now, guess what? Your mind impressionable at 8, 9, 10 years old. And you see them, the OGs rolling. You want to roll like them now. So guess what? That's now they're in the system.
That's the epitome of school to prison pipeline.
The new term that the young folks is using is stereotyping.
I said that.
Stereotype. The hell is that? We got you. We take care of you on In the Scripts Reloaded. Us young brothers. We look after our elders.
Right on. Damn. Stage cast you.
Scroll down.
All right. Where we at? It said, according to the ProPublica records from the Tennessee Administrative Office of the Court showed that in 2014, the last year where this type of data is available, children were detained on average in 5% of juvenile cases statewide. In Rutherford County, children were detained in 48% of cases, the report said.
So one out of two children was detained in juvenile detention centers, in juvenile prisons. Damn. The class action lawsuit alleged that these policies led to potentially thousands of children being illegally arrested, illegally detained, or both.
Wow. Come on now, dog.
You know what, officer? They saying, let's tell it like it's black children.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, man. They making it seem like it's just children. You know what's more proportionally black, if not all black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It says the class action lawsuit alleged that these policies led to potentially thousands of children being illegally arrested, illegally detained, or both. Dylan Geertz, a named plaintiff in the lawsuit, but not a part of the 2016 incident.
You know what? Hold on. You know what I don't like about a class action lawsuit? Is because when all the money comes and you break it all down, thousands and thousands of black kids ain't gonna get no whole lot of money.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that was a deal in itself. You know what I mean? Should have never been no class action lawsuit. I'm gonna get me a lawyer and I'm gonna defend my son. I'm not getting on your class action lawsuit because he gonna need some mental help in the future, and a couple $1,000s ain't gonna be able to pay for that. Right. But go ahead, officer.
Look at what it says. It says was one of those children says. So Dylan Geertz was one of those kids, but look at what he says. He says when one of those children, when he was 15, he said he was arrested for stealing change and small items from a car. They essentially put me in solitary confinement for between 22 and 23 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's his mental health right there.
That's a high. That's
right
damn
there.
near a high
So that's what they call a maximum security prison. They treating this 15-year-old like he a damn serial killer.
Like he a World War II veteran that been captured. Right.
Prisoner of war.
He didn't get no McDonald's. He didn't get no Wendy's. Wow. It says, Now 23 told ABC News they took me off of my medication by force, not by doctor's orders or anything. They just didn't allow me to have my bipolar medications.
The hell is this?
I was kept awake for close to 30-something hours by the staff. Purposefully, he added, he was released on house arrest after 4 days. Wow. I really struggled through my teenage years after that, Gertz said, noting that he had fallen in with the wrong crowd during this time in juvenile detention.
He ain't the only one.
Is that not what I said earlier?
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the point that Officer Krim was making, that at age 8 and 9, these kids don't know what's going on when a fight happens. They don't know. They don't have any idea. So whenever that situation happens to them, they will internally be like, "Oh, dang! Obviously, I'm the bad person because this is happening to me. These people treat me like I'm less than a dog. So now I'm just gonna hang out with the people that obviously they believe they less than dogs, and we just gonna be." What do you say? I'm going to do hood rat stuff with my friends. Right. This kind of stuff, it destroys. This is, like Officer was saying, systematic racism. From 5% to 48%, that's systematic.
Right. Hey, also, too, think about this. You 8 years old and people see you get arrested. What you think they go through when they go to school the next day?
Oh, they clown.
You know how kids is.
Yep.
Right.
They not going back to, you're not even going back to school. A lot of these schools, you get arrested, you're going to go to that alternative ABC school.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
And then you really in with the wrong crowd.
But in our society, you come back from the pen or you come back from jail, you got street cred now. You know,
you're going to have street cred, but your ass going to be in alternative school. Like Officer said.
Yeah.
All right, we finna take a quick commercial break. Y'all are tuning in the scripts.
You're listening to In the Scripts. Reloaded.
Shalom, Israel. This is Daniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
IUIC Boom Cards are fun, interactive digital activity quiz cards for children ages 2 through 10. Our Boom Cards offer an educational product that is the first of its kind. We have decks in English and Spanish, tailor-made for young Israelites to learn our history and commandments. You can use them in your homeschool classroom and after-school assignments, or even on the go. The intuitive, easy-to-maneuver digital learning features found on our Boom Cards are self-correcting, allowing children to learn without their parents' help. Anytime you have an internet connection, you can fill your child's idle time with profitable and true biblical teaching. You can access IUIC Boom Cards on any mobile device or computer at www.iuic.org. boomlearning.com/author/IUIC. You can also download the Boom Cards app on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, or even on your Kindle. Righteous digital activities and study tools for your children are now available through IUIC Boom Cards.
You're listening to In the Scripts. Reloaded.
Are we back? Are we back?
We back.
He didn't even tell me, man. I'm looking at the thing, and it's a delay. I appreciate y'all, AV.
All praise to the Lord.
All right, let's go back. Officer Shema, what you want to read on?
I want to keep reading down. Let's read down to where it says, gets to the lawsuit, how they settled that.
It says, the paragraph, before his arrest, he said he had been hospitalized for suicidal thoughts. Although he had support from his family following his arrest, he was hospitalized for attempting to harm himself and was later diagnosed with PTSD. Whenever you get taken off of a medication like that, he said, it can take weeks to months for it to work again, if it does at all.
Bruh.
Wow.
So this going into this young man that the judge damaged, you know what I mean? Now he's damaged goods, probably for the rest of his life. Now he's dependent on medication for bipolar. But keep reading.
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
So that's the juvenile place right there.
Hey, that sound like their brother name, the one that
Dylan Ruth
committed suicide.
I don't know.
What's his name? They made like a documentary about him on Netflix, I believe. Jay-Z made a documentary about him.
Who you talking about, Kareem?
I don't know.
Was it something that happened lately?
Something similar to this right here. How they put him in solitary confinement for hundreds of days.
I remember now. Yeah, I can't think of his name though. I can't think of his name.
Look, Brighter, Lakeith, something like that.
Because he did a documentary from the time he was in jail and got out. Yeah, I remember that. Are you looking it up, Kareem? Go ahead, finish reading while you looked that up.
It said the lawsuit was settled in June of this year for $11 million.
So this is the lawsuit for $11 million. Now get this, we talking about thousands of black kids, right? Read.
As a part of the settlement, Brazil said Rutherford County denied any wrongdoing, and each child who was improperly detained got $5,000, and each child who was improperly arrested got $1,000.
So no accountability at all.
Damn.
They didn't even have to admit to their wrongdoing.
Wow.
What can you do with $5,000 to a damaged kid? Crumbs.
Yeah, and the thing is that 5,000, if it was 5 million,
yeah,
you're talking about years of mental damage that has been done.
Exactly.
Hey,
years.
Therapy.
So I kind of missed it. It said that they got that settlement.
Yeah, 11 million.
So here's the thing with a settlement. Once you settle a case, you can't go back and charge again. So let's say let's say 10 years later he do get PTSD, he goes straight crazy, lose eyes and everything. Guess what? That case already settled, so you can't go back and sue again.
Yeah. That was my point earlier, that I wouldn't want to be on if my parents had any sense, don't put us on that lawsuit. That class action lawsuit.
But remember earlier we read it said that they filtered out certain children. Yep. So 5,000 to some of these families, like, bruh, we ain't seen 5,000 since
stimulus.
Right.
Since the income tax.
Stimulus, income tax, right.
You know
They like, all right, let's just get this over with. We'll take the 5,000, so we ain't got to deal with it no more.
Right.
Yep. It said.
And then, my bad, another thing, too, usually when people agree to settle, that's because they don't want to go to court. So like you said, if they had real lawyers, they probably could have got a lot more.
Exactly.
A lawyer trying to get paid. He said, it's been heartbreaking, actually, to talk to these people's families and to hear individually so many hundreds of stories, he said. You'd like to hope, being a father to my children of my own, I like to hope that this kind of thing does not happen in the 2000s in America. But it does, Brazil added. It's happening to a certain set of people disproportionately.
It's happening to a certain set of people disproportionately. It's happening to Israel disproportionately.
Yeah.
And the thing I'm thinking about, too, is, again, just going back to I'm not putting a percentage on it because I don't know. But there's a certain number of us, when you look at us from young up through our adolescent and teenage years, where we're troubled youth and we whatever, you think about what happened to me, what happened to that boy when he was 5, 6, 7 years old, when he was caught up in some stuff that he ain't had nothing to do with, and then he was detained for 2 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it was, illegally, and then he got out, and then because he was in an environment in his most impressionable years, now all of a sudden he's caught at 14 years old. He's caught up in his life that he at 8 years old he had no thought of. He was just going to school.
Right.
So then you multiply that by a couple of hundred, a couple of thousand, and then you end up with
Chicago.
You end up with New York. You end up with a Dallas, Texas. You end up with a New Orleans. Come on, man. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that happens don't happen just by happenstance or just by. This stuff is by design.
Systematically.
There's systems in place.
Right.
The stage casters.
Right.
Yeah. I will forever be confused by that term.
And you'll see the father right here. He's saying he's one of these other people that got that mindset that
This kind of stuff doesn't happen. It doesn't happen anymore because he's looking for overt like racism, for it to just be right in your face, not knowing that they got a system that you're not finna see every day, but you're gonna see it 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line.
Hey, let me get a Christian. Go to Ezekiel 35:5 because you making a good point. Like a lot of our people think that this stuff only happened in the 60s through the 80s or whatever the case may be. But these things every week, it's crazy how every week, every radio show on IUIC touching different topics about the same thing.
Right.
Different articles about the same thing. This thing has not slowed down or went nowhere. What you got?
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
So what our people got to understand is that this white man will have a perpetual hatred for us, the Israelites. Perpetual mean it ain't going nowhere. It's forever.
Right.
Read.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
So guess what? They shed our blood literally, physically, and spiritually. Read.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
So right now we in a time of our calamity. And guess what? They still killing us with the sword. They still locking us up. Everything that you seen happening in the early 1600s, late 1800s, it's still happening in 2021.
Yeah.
But for some reason, our people just forget. They think that, oh, these people have changed. Guess what? God made these people. If God telling you that these people not going to change, he don't give a damn what your feelings is. They not going to change.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
Our people don't understand that.
We just going to vote for him and
Right. We gonna vote this, bro.
Hold our way out of oppression.
Obama was the erase. It was the delete. You know how you clear your history? Obama was the clear your history. So they don't remember anything past Obama.
Obama was the copy paste. Because after he came in office, this place back up.
Damn.
Hey,
Oh, Khalif Browder. Khalif Browder. That's the name you was looking for.
Browder.
Yep.
And let me get something off. Let me piggyback on what you just said. Let me get the great book of Deuteronomy 28 and the 29th chapter. 28th chapter, 29th verse.
The book of Salute to Ruel Yasharal. Appreciate you, bro.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Because that's when the sun is at its peak, and we're going to be blind at that time. I mean, we're going to be in darkness, okay? Gross darkness. Keep reading.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
And that's what most blacks go to church for, to get that prosperity preaching and get that prosperity teaching. They're trying to come up, okay? So it says, you shall not prosper in your ways. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled.
That sounds like forever to me, because that's what the officer just brought out over there in the previous precept. Perpetually. That's that perpetual hatred. He says you're going to be oppressed, only oppressed, and spoiled evermore. That's forever right there. So keep reading.
And no man shall save thee.
Ain't no man gonna get us out of this situation. You ain't gonna vote your way out of this. You're not gonna debate your way out of this. This is what it is until Christ come get us out of this. So everybody understand this.
Yep. Your court-appointed lawyer did not save you. You're still dealing with the effects of it.
Right. All right, so was that it?
No, you dropped it. Yes, it.
All right, so now let's go to the video, the redlining. So more laws that were framed.
Look at the devil
against the children of Israel.
Hey, he look
He
like
said,
he
"Look
finna
at the
lie.
devil."
He look like he
Load it
finna
up.
lie about something, don't he?
Man, don't he? Boy, if you don't get
that's how they smile at
Reggie
you.
Hey, look, he ain't got no lips.
No, that's the look he gonna see when he find out Christ is black. That's how they gonna be looking.
Hey, he ain't got no lips, bro.
They just got a cut in his face.
Just a little, yeah, the white paper with the little slit, and that's it.
You can't tell if he's sad or happy.
Man.
Damn.
That is the white boy look.
Play that real quick.
Okay, there was a major announcement today. The United States Attorney General launching what he called an aggressive, coordinated effort to prosecute banks that are denying loans to minority communities through a practice that we have come to know as redlining.
No.
Today, we are committing ourselves to addressing modern-day redlining by making far more robust use of our fair lending authorities.
That was Attorney General Merrick Garland there, who says enforcement of fair lending laws is critical to get credit flowing to disenfranchised minority neighborhoods, and that when banks deny or avoid making loans, they are violating the law. This announcement, by the way, tracks...
What the hell is this?
Google disenfranchise. What does that mean? Just for kicks and giggles. Disenfranchised. Officer Live, help them spell it.
There you go, right there. There you go.
Enfranchise.
Franchise.
D-I-S, franchise.
It says, disenfranchised. Deprive someone of the right to vote. Deprive someone of a right or privilege.
Damn.
Deprive someone of the rights and privileges of a free inhabitant of a borough, city, or country.
Damn, that's America.
That again.
Deprive someone of the rights and privileges of a free inhabitant of a borough, city, or country. You don't never hear about no Chinese people being disenfranchised.
Right.
Disenfranchised Germans. Disenfranchised Russians.
Afghanis.
Disenfranchised Afghanis. They are not deprived any rights coming over here.
Right.
They have full right. They have rights as full citizens.
Right off the bus.
Nope. Hey, even the other dark nations, even when real Hamites come over, a lot of times you can look and be like, bro, that's a damn Hamite. Even they be coming over here owning stuff again, the things that they want.
And you don't never see the police confusing them when they get shot. You'll never see them get shot in the streets. They're darker than us. You know
Hey, a lot of them be up in they got nice cribs and nice communities, but Jake somehow they still stay up in that area in the hood. Somehow.
All right, play it.
Very closely with the findings of our Banking Below 30 investigation. It's been a whole series. It has developed evidence that some banks in Dallas are drawing service maps that explicitly exclude Black and Hispanic neighborhoods.
Now
We've
he's
been watching this show
now he's actually telling you who he's talking about. You see, they only wanted to use the specific words like once. And he said, okay, disenfranchised, minorities. Like, okay, who are you talking about? If you just scrolling through and you listening to this, you like, all right, this dude not talking about nothing. You pass it. But then he gets to Blacks and Hispanics. We talk about them minorities. We ain't talking about the Chinese, the none of that. We talk about Blacks and Hispanic Israelites.
Right. Did you hear what he said at the beginning, though? Did you hear what he said at the beginning, though? He said, go rewind to the beginning real quick and then come back to where we have 47 seconds. Go to the beginning of this real quick. Press play.
Okay, there was a major announcement today. The United States
keep going.
Attorney General launching what he called an aggressive, coordinated effort to prosecute banks that are denying loans to minority communities through a practice that we have come to know as redlining.
To know. Like this ain't been going on since since we got here.
This has just been uncovered recently.
Come on now.
Hey, officer, you know what else he said? He said it's a coordinated effort. I mean, that's not just one white person sitting somewhere and saying, no, nigga denied. No, this is the whole institution.
It's a system.
And guess what? These banks got black people that work there. Right. But they can't do nothing about it. Go ahead.
You was at a minute and something because you was at where the other dude was at.
Yeah, so this is new. This is news to Edomites.
It was at 47 seconds, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
We've had David Schechter on many times to talk about this.
Pause.
You've been following.
Look at his face. He trying not to laugh. He said, "Yeah, blacks
Come
and
on
Hispanics
now,
ain't getting
dog.
houses." Then he say,
not in my neighborhood.
right. Hey, he trying not to laugh.
Totally in agreement with that thing.
Right.
That means we get to keep our neighborhoods white and keep the property values
These
up.
faces, bro.
That was dumb
Go ahead, press play.
point. But here in Dallas and in Texas, this was probably already on the radars of a lot of these financial institutions.
They just
come on,
ugly as hell.
play it.
Because of the reporting that you've done on this. I want to show just a little excerpt here of some of the reporting that David has done with this so that we can see how redlining works in Dallas and how banks have been able to avoid making loans south of Interstate 30 where the population is 80% minority.
Blacks in Hispanic.
Stop saying minority. Damn.
They don't want to
Dallas
say.
Capital Bank,
Play it.
a single branch in Dallas County near the tollway and 635. From this location, Dallas Capital provides services to all of Denton County and half of Collin County, but covers virtually nothing in Dallas County below I-30.
Wow.
Dallas Capital Bank has declined to comment for this story.
Benchmark. Just like the last group. Whenever Esau caught up in the midst, they just like, let's just not say nothing.
They don't want to incriminate themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, get Deuteronomy 43.
Bring it out.
Can y'all scroll back just a little bit so we can see the map that it showed the line? Yeah, that right there. Perfect.
Because he who holds the gold makes the rules.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So during the dark ages, we was in rulership, and they promised to come back and knock us off. And they did that. And this is an example. Keep reading.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And we are. Read.
He shall lend to thee.
He shall what?
Lend to thee.
So when you look at all the major banking corporations, these laws and bylaws and regulations, no matter, redlining has been in has been a systematic oppression of our people for a long time. This is no new thing. But they say they're gonna prosecute some banks. Show me. Yeah, show me. Because guess what? The guidelines for loans are still gonna be against our people. Because it's going to be a high down payment, high credit, and guess what?
You don't qualify, nigga.
You don't qualify.
Red line is American as apple pie.
Yeah, it is.
Right. So when they sue them, are they gonna give us the money that they win after the suit, or they gonna keep it for themselves?
I tell you when they did. Back in early 2000s, and it was because the one who put us in prison the most, the Clinton, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton.
You had it right. He smoked weed like George Clinton.
He sure did. But he did the most for that FHA product then. More of our people had houses then, and even though it was high rates, we still got houses then. And more loans got cut to us under that product that he helped. He pushed a lot of bills that really promoted that product for us right now. Now it's not the same product. So
hey, I got a question. What the hell is the council culture, bruh?
Yeah.
Because if this was somebody discriminating against Jewish or gay people, bruh, this damn bank will be canceled.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody in that mug will be canceled. They'll be protesting the doors. What the hell is the council culture?
Yeah. And if y'all not from, the people that aren't from Dallas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where you see all the green at, that's where Esau is saying, okay, we're going to deal with these people. We have areas here, but below that I-30, that's where, like the dude just said, north of 80% of Israelites, blacks and Hispanics live below I-30. So they're not dealing, when the scripture says, he shall lend to thee, like Esau is choosing to say, I'm not going to lend to you because I have the power to not do so.
Right.
And y'all just got to stay where y'all at because that's what we want y'all.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. And you're not going to qualify.
Right, yeah.
You're going to be stage cast.
Yeah. And look, and it's crafty that they do it with homes too, because we can go get a car loan. But guess what? Cars don't really generate equity like that.
Yeah.
Right.
When it comes to a home loan, obviously you speak on it. It's your thing.
Well, you know, it's an income earning asset versus a liability. A car, like you said, it's going to depreciate. It's not going to be no value. The minute you drive it off the lot, you owe money. Okay, and when you sell it, you lost money. So with a house, each year or every 7 years, your house will probably increase in value, probably 15-20%, depending on what neighborhood you stay in. So they know that. So that's one of the things that's coveted right now, especially everywhere you see green, even outside of the green. This is a very hot market right now.
Come on
now, this is another thing I just thought about too. The population in Dallas and Tarrant County has been increasing over the years. So if the population is increasing and black people not able to buy houses, but Edomites can come in here and get houses, what y'all think will happen to our people?
Yep.
You're going to be renting.
In the ghetto.
Or you're going to be like it is in California on Skid Row.
Yep.
In the ghetto.
Where the Jews reside.
That's where we at.
Damn.
You know that song?
Is that a
I don't.
Boy, if you don't get...
You know
Is
that
it the
song
one from
Officer
Camp
Lemonade?
101? Or this is another one?
No, it's too short in the ghetto. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, who is George Clinton?
Okay.
Wow. George Clinton.
Who's George Clinton?
And you know, too, we
Same as
did a
Kodak
show,
Black.
and we're going to keep playing after this, but we did a show on real estate and redlining months back, probably early this year, maybe sometime last year, I forget. And they were saying about how much, and I forget the exact number, but how much generational wealth comes from owning land. So if you keep people from owning land, you keep them from generating any sort of generational wealth, whether it be selling the house and taking the equity. Thank you.
Right.
Taking the equity, being able to get a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, whatever, cash out. Like there's so many, being able to keep the property and use it as a rental property. There's so many ways that they're keeping blacks and Hispanics out of any sort of generational wealth. It's ridiculous. Keeping us as renters, keeping us as borrowers and not owners. Yo, you're keeping millions out of our hands. We ain't talking about because we're not just talking about one house. I know y'all just looking at a map. Y'all thinking there's just two houses right there. Yeah. No, that ain't just two houses. So play on now.
Dallas Capital Bank has declined to comment for this story. Benchmark Bank has 3 branches in Preston and Royal, Hillcrest and Lovers Lane, and McKinney Avenue, just 2 miles north of I-30. Benchmark drew a map that extends north into portions of Denton and Collin counties and picks up parts of Dallas's affluent Kessler Park and Bishop Arts neighborhoods in Oak Cliff, but little else below I-30. Benchmark says all areas conform to CRA regulatory requirements. There's also Interbank. Its 2 Dallas County branches are located at 75 and Mockingbird and the tollway at Lovers Lane. From these branches, Interbank drew a map that excludes virtually everything south of I-30. To the south of Dallas County, Interbank also has branches in Ellis County, and one of them is just 2 miles from the Dallas County line.
The hell is this?
Interbank serves all of Ellis County, Erath, Somerville, Hood, Parker, and Tarrant counties.
Wow. They didn't
but
skip-
only
skip
half
the niggas.
of Dallas County.
What in the
Interbank
hell?
declined multiple requests for comment, but in its most recent bank examination, regulators said no evidence of discrimination was identified.
My question is, how, he just named at least 4 different banks. How all 4 banks are all excluding one area, and everybody declining the comment. So, our people, we don't look for stuff like this. This is not football. This ain't basketball. Right. So we're just out of the loop when it comes to stuff like this. And you'll have a father or a mother, just saying, well, I didn't think stuff like this happened in the year 2000. I've been telling my kid, go to AAU, football. But there are actual systems set in place to keep us on the bottom.
Right. And, we often ask in the streets, are you equal to the white man? Are you equal to the nation? And they'll always say yes.
Of course I am.
But when you look at this right here, the results are staggering.
Yeah.
We're not.
Esau saying you're not.
Not even a little bit.
Right.
And that was just one product they was talking about. What about other financial engines like, what about small business loans?
Yeah. Right.
Did they pass them out south of 635, south of I-30?
Right.
Probably not.
Can we get Micah 2 and 2 real quick? Because what they doing is very crafty. Like we were saying earlier, it's not a coincidence that they choose to discriminate with these type of loans. Because there's other loans you can easily get.
You can get a title loan real quick.
Real quick.
Hey, what they call a check cash loan?
Yeah.
Payday loans?
Yeah, payday loan. You can get that real quick.
Yeah, they'll call your phone.
Hey,
they will call you.
They'll call, yeah.
We see this.
I used to work there. I know.
Hey, yo, they be sending me cards in the mail talking about all you got to do is swipe it and it's automatically cashed or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this?
You said 2 and 2?
Yeah, Micah 2 and 2.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And they covet fields.
So first they covet fields. We got to remember, none of this land is supposed to be theirs. Texas was first Tejas. It belonged to our people, so they covet fields, read.
And take them by violence.
They took all of this land by violence, read.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man as in his house.
The scriptures say they oppress a man and his house. Because guess what? they deny you a loan for home, that affects your kids too.
Yep.
Because guess what? A man supposed to have something to leave to his kids.
Yep.
You can't leave a house that you renting to nobody.
Right.
You can't do that. So by them denying us these loans, they oppressing generations by doing this thing.
Even when they do lend to you, they'll put you into something predatory.
Yeah, right.
And adjustable back in the day, it was 2006, 2004. During that period, they would put you in these 2-year adjustable rate mortgages, 3-year adjustable rate mortgages. And many of our people lost their houses, but
When
they
it
didn't put any
fluctuated.
money down. I mean, but it was a tool to them to come up, but they got miseducated or didn't get educated properly on how to make the tool work for them, because many people lost their houses and lost it all.
Right. Wow. Here's the thing, too, I'm thinking about, too, is with purchasing a home, there's a level of experience, education that comes along with that just that whole process. So you don't, even if you don't necessarily, let's say, because the house could burn down.
Yeah.
Let's say you don't leave the house to the children. You leave experience to your children. If you do nothing but rent, you ain't leaving nothing but a renter's mindset, a renter and a consumer's thought process. You're not leaving behind, not a consumer. What's the other one?
Buyer, ownership.
Yeah, an owner's mindset. It's another word I'm looking for. There's a consumer.
There's a consumer and a.
And then there's that person.
He trying to say, he trying to say what P said in Baby Boy. You got the
manufacturer.
You got the
buyers. Yeah.
What is it called?
You got the buyers and the sellers.
You got guns and butter.
Guns and butter. There's guns and there's butter. We got you, officer.
That all that they saying that. Yeah. So it's not only that you take away the physical house, you take away the physical loan. You take away generations of experience, generations of education on not having a consumer's mindset, but being an owner's mind, having an owner's mindset. What'd you say?
Suppliers.
Suppliers mindset. You strip us from all of that. So then you leave us to be nothing but consumers, nothing but buyers, nothing but I want the next $200 pair of shoes, not thinking, $200 in stocks, and then 10 years from now or 5 years from now, whatever it is, that's going to turn into 2,000, then that'll turn into 200,000. Then it's like, we don't think like that. We think about the next damn pair of Jordans. I was in Walmart earlier. Sister worked there. Nothing against the sister. I know them Jordans that she had on had to be, I'm sure the sisters are probably cheaper. The sister shoes are probably cheaper than the brother shoes. They had to be all of $150. But you at Walmart. But you at Walmart. And you got a $1,200 iPhone.
Hey, Walmart employees be having the best shoes.
They do.
They be
clean.
They got shoes that match the best.
With the AirPods on.
Right, with the AirPods.
Hey, they got
$200
headphones.
headphones. I'm like, come on, man.
With one lane open.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, officer. They living at home with their mama. That's all it is.
Exactly.
They ain't got no responsibility.
I got 1 and 6. With that mindset, this is where we always at as a nation of people.
I got it. The book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little.
So you got so much, but you bring in little. You got so much money now, but you really ain't got no money. You can go buy Jordans, and you getting paid less than minimum wage. It's the wrong mindset. Keep reading.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Because you always going out to eat too, but you never really just going to Sam's Club, getting a bulk, and just really trying to save your money. So you always out eating, and you never can get enough because you do it every week. Read.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Because you got that covetous mindset, right? You got that I want to show out in front of my people, right? You want to work at Walmart, so you want to be at Walmart rocking Jordans, so when the customers come in, they can say, well, she work at Walmart, but she got on Jordans, though. You know what I mean? We want people to look at us like we got money, but we broke.
Right.
It's the wrong mindset.
You know something? I know somebody, believe it or not. You said, I had to take a step back and really think about what you said about the Walmart. You said, but you at Walmart. I know somebody that works at Walmart, got probably 15, 20 grand in the bank. Okay? Opens up, first there, last to leave. A great worker. You know what I'm saying? She in Israel. She trying to buy her first house right now.
All
So I'm
praise.
telling you, it's not where you at. It ain't
Right,
where you
right,
from. It's how
agree,
you come.
agree,
Right.
Because long as
But
you
you said
consistent,
she in Israel.
Yeah, that's the
she
reason.
In Israel.
She in Israel.
See,
that's that.
but
mindset. That's a different mindset.
that's all I was just finna say.
Hey.
We in a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
We playing
yeah,
on a whole
right.
different level.
And I think I know the sister you talking about, and she don't be wearing no damn 200 pair.
There you go,
$200
different
pair of
mind.
shoes.
She in Israel.
Her money's in the bank.
Right.
praise
Believe that.
Damn, Louis Vuitton
Not on
walking
her feet,
out of
huh?
damn Walmart.
Not on
This
her
scripture
feet.
is going to the ones that's not keeping God's laws and commandments. Right. Read. Keep reading.
It says, ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Because when you buying those Jordans and spending all your money, you're never saving any money.
Yeah.
You putting that money in a bag with holes in it. You'll never acquire what you need to acquire to get out the projects.
And I ain't saying. Let me say this too.
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't saying nothing about
We don't-
nobody.
don't
that
send us
work
to
at
Lenny Wood, no
Walmart.
hate
Now
mail.
I gotta
Hate mail.
soften it up a little bit.
Brother's gonna be in the bathroom on that little forum talking about
complaint
about my
forms
job.
and all that. Listen,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about nobody that work at Walmart. You get it how you live. I worked at Walmart for a short stint.
I did
and
too.
then I just stopped showing up one day.
I did too.
but that was out 19. But what I'm
days
saying
ago.
is,
That was a couple days ago. You
Oh,
stopped
this-
last week. Week 4 last, I stopped working at Walmart. Week 4 last.
Hey, he said he worked at Walmart when they only sold tires.
oh shoot, this guy. What I'm saying is the mindset that comes with the vast majority of our people when you go in there decked out, but then you have nothing to show for you have nothing but a consumer's mindset.
Exactly.
And it's horrible. Now pull up the article, pause this, pull up the article that Aussie Yakub posted. We're gonna go through the first 3 paragraphs.
The title, You're Only Crippling Us. Banks own many of Dallas's low-income, high-crime apartments, and they're rewarded for it.
Okay. So scroll back up a little bit. So these same banks that don't loan in these low-income areas,
wow,
they own all these a lot of the apartment complexes, the townhouses, the duplexes, or whatever.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, banks are required to lend to low-income borrowers, but instead of loans, regulators incentives banks
regulators
incentive banks to invest in
incentivize.
Oh, sorry. I got a lazy eye. Hold on. It says, regulators incentivize banks to invest in housing built in areas of crime and blight.
So read the part again, but it's
regulators incentivize banks to invest in housings built in areas of crime and blight.
Regulators, lawmakers incentivize banks. Regulators, lawmakers incentivize these banks. Amex, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, some of the other ones, some of the other smaller ones that we saw earlier, in areas of crime and blight. Scroll down.
It says, many banks choose to make home loans to residents in
It said choose not.
Where you at?
Many banks choose not to make home.
My bad. Many banks choose not to make home loans to residents in low-income areas. Government statistics show, even though federal law prevents discrimination in lending, but that doesn't mean bank money isn't.
Oh, you just steamrolled over that period, bro.
Oh, my bad.
It was a period.
Y'all gotta zoom in, man. You know I'm blind. It says
his glass is not working today.
Let me push it back.
Between that and the laser, I don't know.
They slide down.
Do I need
every
to
once in a
pick up?
while. It says, but that doesn't mean bank money isn't flowing into these same neighborhoods. It is, but in the form of low-income apartment complexes built in areas of slum and blight.
And they're not doing nothing. They're not investing in the community. They're not injecting funds to try to bring up the community and nothing like that. Hell no.
You know who getting the loans? They're cronies. You know, the major investors. You know,
yeah.
they go in like about blocks. You know, these investment firms. They go in and, you know, they probably got a portfolio of 200-300 properties. They go in and re-gentrify a neighborhood. This is who these loans are going to.
Right.
Keep the rich rich and keep you renting.
And officer too, with the low income apartments, they said they invest in those. But you could tell the difference when you live in a low income apartment versus a regular price apartment because the walls are a lot thinner. Of course, it's a lot of Jake out there, so you always need security. It's a big difference in the quality of these apartments versus regular apartments. So they really save a lot of money by doing that.
Them apartment complexes over there, I want to say, I think it's Josie, but it's right beside the airport where literally every 5 minutes you hear the sound of the airplanes coming in. And I'm like, yo, this cannot be. Like, if you live here, you're trying to get some peace.
That's how it is over here, too.
Yeah, coming home is definitely not the place that you finna get some peace and quiet if you live right underneath that airport. So
You know, and you keep going south. Remember, I think it was Yakub or you guys did some type of show. It was one of the earlier shows, and it was a town, like a municipality. Everybody's out of the town except, like, a few people. The water's bad right now. The water's damn near flammable.
That's in Dallas.
That's in Dallas, right. It's south in that same area that they're not building up.
Right.
It was crazy.
I think we went there, too, and distribute water to the
They ain't got no running water out there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been a while ago.
it says it's a WFAA investigation found that banks own or have owned at least 50 low-income housing developments in Dallas. They buy into these projects in order to get billions of dollars in government tax credits on them and to prove to bank regulators that they are reinvesting in low-income communities.
So it's not, you read that, the point is not always, I hate niggas, so let me not give them no money. There's a kickback. So not only do I, because I hate you, I'm not going to give you no money. There's a kickback for me not giving you no money, being a nigger with the money. I get paid to hate you. I get paid to keep you oppressed. Read on.
It says, our investigation also found that regulators are failing to enforce laws that require these apartment complexes to provide a safe, affordable place for families to live rather than merely be a tax boon for their owners.
Damn.
Wow. A need for housing. Like most American cities, Dallas has a shortage of housing that lower income families can afford. When affordable housing does get built, it's generally apartment complexes, and too often, developers construct them in high crime, high poverty neighborhoods located below Interstate 30. Last year, we showed you how I-30 divides Dallas's wealthier and whiter neighborhoods to the north from the largely black and Hispanic residents to the south, and how many banks continue to redline or purposely underserve southern Dallas. So who's the money behind all these low-income apartment complexes?
So now we're getting ready to see who's funding all these low-income houses. Who's making money off these low-income houses? Because all that money we're paying in rent every month is going somewhere.
Right. It's not going to the neighborhoods.
Nah, hell no. It's not going to build up the parks. It's not going to build.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Schools. Not to the local schools. That's majority, Israel.
What are we looking at? Are there timestamps on this video?
This is the video, I guess, that explains.
Because it's 11 minutes. So are the timestamps on it?
Scroll down, see if they just explain it.
If it ain't, that's all right. Get that next article that Officer Yakub just posted. This is more on. This is apartment complexes in South Dallas. Groundbreaking.
Yep, this one right here. City leaders break ground on new affordable housing community in southern Dallas. The Ridge at Lancaster, that's how you say it, right? Lancaster, or Lancaster. The Ridge at Lancaster is a new community that will offer both workforce and market rate housing in phase 1. Additional phases will include townhomes and retail.
Okay, so now they've recently developed new affordable housing. Great, wow, applause.
It's going to be like
hands.
everybody else's, huh?
Right? Read, a new
affordable housing development is under construction in southern Dallas. Workers are clearing the land, and the dirt is turning on land near South Lancaster Road and Crouch Road, symbolizing the groundbreaking on the Ridge at Lancaster Apartments. Now you're getting a neighborhood that is building where there was not even rooftops or building in the last 10 years. District 8 Councilman Terrell Atkins said during a groundbreaking event on Monday. The Ridge at Lancaster Apartments is a $210 million investment spanning 63 acres. Staff with LDG Development said phase 1 of the project will include 300 apartments. Of those units, 270 will be workforce housing or income restricted and available to those making less than $52,000 a year for a family of 4. Damn.
So please understand that that's going to be guaranteed money for that, for the developers,
exactly,
for the owners, because that's going to be government assistance. So that means they're guaranteed a check.
Wow.
Every month. They ain't got to think about it.
Bruh.
It's going to come on the 1st of every month.
Wow.
So when they put scroll back up, what was the number?
It's, scroll up.
When,
300 apartments. Of those units, 270 will be workforce housing.
So, no, the $210 million.
Right.
When they say they putting $210 million in investment, I guarantee you they going to make that back. That's probably, they was thinking about, okay, doing the math, okay, 5 years, we're going to make this much. 10 years, we're going to make this much. 20 years, we're going to make this much. Just do it. It's only 210.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
So they break even to probably be in 10 years or less.
I guarantee it's going to be the lesser.
Wow.
Because if you got 300, so do this. Do 210 million divided by 300. 210 million divided by 300. Y'all let me know if the numbers start getting too much for y'all.
And when it said a family of 4,
they finna Google the
700,000.
Right, let me just do
210 million divided by 300.
Divided by 300, so 700. So $700,000 a year is what they got to clear over a year. Not year over year, but that's what they got to clear over that 300 apartments. So let's say rents 1,000 maybe. Let's do a little bit more math.
Shoot.
So let's say rent, and you the better math man than me doing all this. So you help me out, Officer Jacob.
So $1,000 times the 300 units?
1,000 times, the 300 units. Right.
300,000.
$300,000. Huh? Well, the $1,000, that's in a month.
That's a month.
That's in a month. $300,000 a month.
So times 12.
You multiply that by 12.
Or times 52.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all didn't continue to Google that. That's $3.6 million a year.
The hell is this?
Oh, yeah.
So now divide 210 million divided by 3.6 mil. Let's see what their break even is.
Some mathematicians up here, man. All praises. Israel, man, we got all knowledge.
Now we got to help them out with the zeros.
You said 210,000?
You need one more because you're at 2.1 million right now. One more zero.
AV, they was
1, 2, 3. Two more.
AV, they were science guys. They wasn't math guys.
Bruh.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Hey, Corinne, what you get? You don't want to be wrong?
There's a mathematician on.
Seven.
There's a mathematician.
What is
How
it,
much-
about 50?
how much is it?
700.
These brothers got pie on the screen right now.
You are really dumb.
Okay, so now.
That was dumb as hell.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So it was 210.
Yeah, 210 million. Yeah, they just said, F it. Y'all do it.
Divided by what?
Divided by 3.2 million.
Why they looking for
3,200,000.
It is crazy though because we had a brother
Yes,
just
sir.
come down recently and he's in the process of looking for a house and we driving on 30 and I'm in my mind I'm like, yeah, man, they build houses out here all the time.
So that's
You'll be able to come out here and get a house, whatever the case is. And every place that we was passing on 30, I'm looking, I'm like, apartment.
A lot of apartments.
I'm like, damn, they got a whole bunch of damn apartments out here. I can't even show this brother.
It's funny because it's coming right back to this. They getting incentivized. They getting money for having apartments.
Wow. They don't say in this article when they say for a family of 4, The man is excluded. He's not there.
Right,
That's a
right,
woman
right.
And
Three
children
kids.
and
So
three kids.
That's an apartment complex damn near full of single mothers.
Wow.
Yes.
AKA the hood.
I mean, that's what they turn it to be, because these are not townhomes. These are not houses where they're, letting them get mortgages. That's not that. These are rat traps where you gonna have black people sleeping on top of each other like y'all got in every other city.
So we did some quick Negronomics, and we came up with 5.5 years, 5.4 years. That's the time it takes them to break even
to recoup that money,
$210 million.
Wow. Hey, YouTube and Facebook, y'all fact check us too. Y'all make sure my math right too.
Hey, so I'm finna post a video. RCDC World did a video talk about how they pick where they gonna build their Popeyes. Click this and substitute Popeyes with how that. This how they figure out where they gonna build the apartments at. Click on that video.
Them brothers funny. They from Waco.
7-Elevens.
This how they figure out where they gonna build their apartments.
Enlarge the video and then play it. So this is RCD, the brothers from Waco.
So remember, the thought is,
yeah.
So remember, the thought is this how they choose where they gonna put their apartments at.
We're gonna enlarge the video and then play it. Oh, he said they can't. Oh, okay. So these are brothers from Waco. These are not brothers in the truth, but these brothers that's in the world. But they make funny skits.
Those are the same brothers that was like they were superheroes when they get their superpowers.
Yeah, they funny. They super funny.
Yeah, that
so
was
remember,
hilarious.
the thought is this how they choose where they gonna build their apartments at.
So you're telling me this is the hood?
Yes, sir.
Like my customers will feel endangered if they came to this location?
Correct.
I'm talking about possible fights, possible shootouts, a dice game at any moment?
Yes to all the above.
Amazing.
Actually, let me give you a little rundown about the area.
Uh-huh.
This place actually has the highest crime rate in the whole city. We have an authentic crack house right there with one of its residents.
Amazing. Hey, wait, slow down. We're not the cops, man. Oh,
Look at them go.
Amazing.
You got a nigga being checked right there. You talking that shit?
Big down with me, your bitch ass. What? Okay, hey.
And a possible shootout that's about to take place right there.
Hey, what's up with you, bro?
What's up? What's with you?
Hey, bro, I got it on me, bro.
Okay, me too. What's up?
They do look like they're about
the best
action.
of all worlds.
Amazing. I thought this location might be perfect, so I went ahead and brought my construction workers just to go ahead and start.
Very
getting ready. Yes.
Huh?
Yo, what are y'all doing here? Because y'all heard y'all talking about my fucking shoes.
What?
Yes.
Don't pay him any money.
We didn't say that.
No, y'all stay right there. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all stay right there for real.
Hey, nigga, you better shut the fuck up talking to me, nigga.
Oh.
I'm not playing. I'm looking for Popeyes, nigga.
They with you?
They with me, nigga.
Oh.
This Popeyes location. Stop playing with me. Oh, shit, yeah. I love it. I love it. This is the perfect location. Oh, my.
And that's how they choose where they gonna put their apartments at.
Damn.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
Okay, so I think I did some better math. All right. I think it's 58 years where they recoup their investment. I think, because look.
Esau, 58 years.
Because 210 million divided by 300 apartments, which is, it's 300 apartments. 300 apartments.
But we talking about per month. That's 300,000, right? Per month.
What you mean? Per month?
So you got 300 units.
Right.
We just said
if we did 1,000. Oh, yeah,
$1,000.
Right.
So that's $300,000 per month.
Right. So now 210 million divided by that 300,000 is going to give us our monthly. Okay, so let's do that. Okay.
And this
so
is what I will say
number?
to that point. If that is the actual number, that lets you know the mindset of Esau. Like the scripture said in Psalms, that they think that the generations going to go on forever.
Right.
To them, they like, okay, 58 years, but at least my grandson, he'll already have something to where, when he gets to the age of 10, he's going to have money coming in, and that ain't never going to go away.
Right.
So is that 58 years or 58 months?
That's 58 years. It's 700 months. 58 years. Because if you do 300,000, that 300,000, because, wait, say it again. Say what you said again.
So you got 300 units.
300 units.
Times $1,000.
At $1,000.
A month.
Mm-hmm.
That's $300,000 a month.
Per month, right.
Yeah. So
300,000
times 12.
times 12. Right.
That's a year.
So then 12. So that's 3.6 million a year, right?
Yeah.
So now let's do 210.
You ain't got the answers, man. If you a mathematician,
Divided
call,
by-
if you a mathematician,
what
call
was that?
in.
3.6 million.
210 million times divided
by
58.3 years. Yeah.
3.6 million. Yeah.
3.6 million.
Okay. Equal. Yes, 58.
Yeah, Miss
58
Lady
years.
on YouTube, she said, yep, 58.3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank
I
you,
be knowing math sometimes.
Sister mathematician. Thank you, sister.
Project manager.
Yeah, I do. I do it
I was
on a
gonna
daily.
stay. I was
so-
gonna stay after
it's a
class.
lot,
I was gonna stay after class and get these numbers.
But that goes back to the point that he was saying. Our people, we don't have that 10 years.
No,
we don't even have,
hell no.
So to us, we looking at that like that. Like our first reaction was 58 years, but Esau looking at it like whatever.
And
Yeah,
also,
58,
my bad.
Now go ahead.
Also think about the crime that's gonna come out of that in the 58 years. They're gonna make money from that too. The crime that's gonna come from them being right there.
Yeah, they just not thinking about they break even. They're thinking about the return, the ROI, the return on investment. They thinking about the tax incentives. They thinking about all of the accolades that comes along with that. They thinking about all that. They thinking about all the different businesses they gonna be able to put up and all those different tax benefits that they gonna get. That's the thing. They not stupid. 210 million ain't nothing.
Right.
And out of that 58 years, they might renovate it once.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the one and only in 60 years.
Hey, and we gonna be up in that neighborhood doing a camp up in there. Now, y'all bring all Israel together, like we said, the low income, and we gonna be up in there doing a camp, and people gonna repent off of Esau trying to come up off us.
That's right. Let's scroll down. Was there any on this? We almost out of time.
It's right on the edge of everything. It's right at UNTD. It's right at the police station. It's right at the Dart line. It's right at the rec center, said District 8 Planning and Zoning Commissioner Lori Blair.
And
He just described every
UNTD,
hood.
I believe UNTD is University of North Texas in Dallas.
The
You said what you said?
I said he just described every hood.
What's that? Which part?
Every hood is, or a lot of hoods is close to DART
Oh
stations.
yeah,
Next to a
police
police thing,
station,
they got a rec
center.
center.
It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud. People gonna get annoyed, and people gonna be over there fighting.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says the affordable housing development is also close to the inland port where there are thousands of jobs. Phase 2 of the project, the Reserve at Lancaster, will include 250 townhomes. Phase 3 will add 250,000 square feet of commercial and retail space. Atkins calls this and other LDG development efforts, which are underway, a plus for Southern Dallas and for the entire city. This project is a magnet that can grow the other parts of District 8 and other parts of District 4 and District 3, which we need more retail, and which we need more market rate housing. We are tired of everybody moving to the suburbs, Atkins explains.
So that 58 years just got cut in half.
Yeah, by all that retail. Damn. They said what? LDG development manager Jake Brown said his team is excited about the ridge at Lancaster, and designers aren't cutting any corners. Granite countertops, wood look flooring,
wood look floor,
energy efficient appliances. It will look, feel, and function just like a Class A market rate apartment, Brown said.
Wood look flooring. That's like saying I'm gonna buy you these Nike-like shoes.
Boy, if you don't get... The developer said phase 1 of the ridge at Lancaster is expected to be completed by late 2022. Well,
they said, come on down to the
they
hood.
helping black people out. Huh?
This wood look.
Get this wood look, wood-like look.
Wow.
Damn.
And when I think about stuff like this, it almost feels as if because they're like, okay, let's build something to move the blacks here over here because we want to use this land for something
because
else.
they've been tearing down some projects already. So like you said, it's just moving them from one location to the next.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you make them an owner, that means they got more stake in where they stay.
Yeah.
If you make them renters, you can move them wherever the hell you want to.
Which brings me back to my initial point. You laughed at me, guys. All you guys laughed at me.
I didn't laugh at you, officer.
Stagecast. See, remember Good Times? You're probably too young to understand Good Times. JJ, he never got another role. He always stood as JJ. Yeah. James Evans, he always played the dad, somebody's dad.
Right.
So they put us in this systemic degradation type of a state, and we always going to be there.
And we stuck there.
And we love it, and we love the wood look.
Renters.
You know?
But give me Deuteronomy 27 and 26 real quick.
Get it.
Bring it out.
Yeah, it's the last script.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 26.
Bring it out!
Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them. Mm-hmm. And all the people shall say, Amen.
See, we agreed to that. That's the covenant we agreed to. The covenant with Moses. We're supposed to keep them commandments that's set for us in Deuteronomy 28, right? 15 through 68. Since we didn't do it, all this stuff, all these shows is about the curses.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So that's why we're waiting on Jesus. All we got to do now is keep the commandments and repent.
That's
and
right.
have had faith in Christ. And that's how we get out of here.
That's right!
Because do you understand the look that's going to be on their face when they see a black Messiah crack the sky and you see an innumerable multitude being caught up with the Lord? Oh, man, them chariots that's going to block out the sun. Man, that's going to be a beautiful day.
Can I get something?
Yeah, of course.
Get me 2nd Ezra 13:29.
This one.
13:29?
Yes, sir.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 29.
Bring it out!
Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
So we brought out a lot of problems, but here come somewhat of a solution, okay? Keep reading.
Verse 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
It's going to be astonishing. Read.
And one shall undertake to fight against another. So
we saw the Most High setting the deck earlier on in the show. Mm-hmm. We see Esau bombing these different places, and the nations are starting to narrowly look upon him, right?
Right.
Read.
One city against another, one place against another, one people against another.
And that's their wars and rumors of wars, and things are getting heated, okay? Read.
And one realm against another.
Read.
And the time shall be when those things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared.
Then shall who?
Then shall my son be declared.
See, all these things gotta happen. Has to be this way. It's for our salvation, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
Whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
So, guess what? So, read that again.
It says, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
That's our salvation right there. So that day is coming.
That's
it.
Right. All praise to the Most High. Follow us on social media: Facebook at In the Scripture Reloaded, YouTube at In the Scripture Reloaded, Instagram at Dallas IUIC, Twitter at IUIC Dallas, and TikTok at IUIC Dallas. Y'all are tuning in the Scripts
Reloaded. You're listening to In the Scripts.